What's up, y'all? I'm back with another tea talk. As y'all can see, I'm in my room currently. And like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications for more tea talks. So far, we've been uploading every Monday. That might change. I don't know yet. Sometimes y'all might get a double upload. Sometimes y'all might not. Just because it's some tea talks that intertwine with each other. So I'm thinking this next tea talk is one gonna come out Monday and one gonna come out Tuesday. But we starting this tea talk off with a question. You ever had the same thought or like thing bothering you, nitpicking at your brain? You constantly thinking about it, it's constantly on your mind, or it just randomly pop up in your head? Yeah. Alright. That could mean one or two things. The first one, it could mean that it's something that's meant for you and you need to stop procrastinating and do the dang thing and get on your ish and stop caring about what other people think and just be who you are. Or it could mean that it no longer serves you and that you need to leave it behind, and that you cannot carry that into the season that you're about to go into, the person that you're about to become. You cannot take that with you. And why do I say it's one or two things? Well, because I lived it. You get what I'm saying? In my Q&A video, I spoke on a situation where there was a situation with a boy that I liked, or whatever. I ended up catching feelings for him. It's a whole little story that I'm not really gonna get into till probably later. But it was on my heart for a while to sit down and have a conversation with him, or reach out and have that conversation with him and let him know, like, hey, there's no bad blood. I have nothing against you. Hope we can move forward and be cordial and coexist in the same space, because we go to the same school, so we will see each other whether we want to or not. And what's so funny is, a week after I started having those thoughts and those feelings, and it bothering my heart the way it was bothering my heart, I started seeing him a lot. And then I started seeing him with the other person that was involved in the situation as well. And so to me, that was kind of like confirmation that my feelings were valid. I wasn't crazy. I had a right to feel the way that I felt and think the way that I thought when everything happened. But also, it let me know that there was like no chance of anything going back to the way things were, because I'm gonna be honest, we were friends at first. That was dang near my best friend. We had been friends for over a year at that point, a little over a year. And yeah, and so I was kind of in the point of like my healing journey after everything had happened, where I was like, okay, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones for the sake of our friendship. Obviously, it's not gonna be what it was, and it's not gonna be how it used to be, but that was still my friend at the end of the day. And I would rather be able to be cool and cordial and coexist with this person rather than not talk to this person at all and carry this heavy heart every time I see them, or them carry some anger or whatever towards me every time they see me, or whatever feelings they had towards me that were negative. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that negative energy. I don't like that negative, you get what I'm saying? And the thing was, I had no way of contacting him, just like he had no way of contacting me. But something happened to where I ended up losing my Snapchat and I had to make another one, right? So then I ended up getting my Snapchat back, and his Snapchat story was popping up on my stuff. And I was like, that's odd, seeing as though, you know, we kind of blocked each other on everything. But the one thing I didn't block him on was Snapchat, because he had blocked me. So I hit him up. I slid up on one of his stories and I was like, yo, you get what I'm saying? Like, I want you to know, like, everything on my end is good. Everything on my end is cool. There's no bad blood. Let's let bygones be bygones. I don't like us walking around the earth trying to avoid each other and trying to, you get what I'm saying? Especially because we were friends. Like, it's no point in trying to do that. It's no point. We're going to see each other. We're probably going to end up being around each other, etc., etc. I'm getting a call right now and I cannot answer this phone because what I'm about to say is immaculate. And at first, let me text her and tell her. Hello?
That was my second time calling you. Why didn't you answer the first time?
Because, bro, I'm doing a tea talk.
Oh.
But you're more than welcome to listen, because what I'm about to say is actually very important.
I would like to watch it after.
Okay, then.
I was just calling to tell you that I got to speak with Kiera.
You got the
She
what?
just called me.
You got the what?
Kiera just called me.
Oh, Kiera.
Uh-huh.
Girl, you so country. It sounded like you said Key. And I'm like, who the frick is Key?
I knew a Key.
And then the second time you said it, it sounded like you said Key Air. And I'm like, who the frick is Key Air? Like, yeah.
Man, gosh dang.
You so country. You want to watch The Fosters when I'm done, though?
I'll think about it. How long's your tea time?
Probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Girl, you be making 20-minute long videos?
Sometimes longer than that. I'm telling you, I'm really dropping wisdom. Like,
girl.
Yeah.
Okay. I also called your mama to try to wish her happy birthday. She didn't answer the phone. She at work?
No, she's at home. She got off at 6.
Wow. So she must be mad at me because I was talking to her earlier this week and said, what you do for your birthday? And had a whole conversation with her. She said nothing. And I said, nothing.
That's
she said,
me.
I said, why? She said she told you?
No, she told me she wasn't doing nothing for her birthday too.
Yeah, and then I said, what you mean nothing? She said, because when I make plans, something always comes up or something. I was like, I didn't say nothing to that. I actually left her on the delivery because I was at work.
I talked to her today though. She was getting her something to eat. Go look at my post I made on Facebook. That video is so funny. Like, if you just keep watching it, it gets funnier and funnier. I love my mama. But okay, let me do this and then I'll call you back.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call Trey back because I got off the phone with Trey to get on the phone with my mama, and then I got off the phone with my mama to get on the phone.
Okay, so I'll text you first and then yeah.
Alright, peace out.
Alright. But sorry y'all, that was my bestie. But yeah, so that was just kind of my headspace with it. And what's crazy is, like, once I apologized to them, or not even really apologize, but I kind of said what I had to say and like needed to say and got off my chest and like what was like bothering me, I realized it was more so I could close that chapter. Like, it was closure in a way. It was a way for me to let go of everything that happened, everything that transpired, and like forgive them for what they did, essentially. And so if they see this video, genuinely, I don't care, because I'm not saying no names. People around me during that time know what happened. Like, my dad knows what happened. Like, my friends know what happened. But, like, I'm not saying no names. If you know what happened, you know what happened. If you don't, you don't. Like, that's just that. But I came to the realization after sending that message and seeing their response that, like, it was that being on my heart and me needing to send that message. It wasn't me trying to like have them in my life or needing them in my life. It was me closing that chapter and getting closure in a way, and finally accepting and realizing like, hey, you're growing. There's things that you're no longer going to accept in your life anymore. And the way that this person treated you is one of those things, / the situation at hand that happened is one of those things. Like, friendships and relationships like this are things that no longer serve you. And so that's like essentially one of the reasons why that thought or that person or that situation is constantly in your head, because you need to let go, and you need to not only forgive yourself but forgive that person, not because you're forgiving them for them or you're forgiving them because you need to forgive them, but because you need to forgive them to allow yourself to move on, and you need to forgive them to forgive yourself. I don't forgive people because of them. I don't give people the benefit of the doubt because of them. I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I forgive people for me and for my own sanity, because it's not going to do me any good holding on to that person or holding on to that thing and holding on to all that weight. It's not going to do me no good. If anything, it's just going to hurt me in the long run. And I'm going to be sitting here sad and angry and holding in all these different emotions and holding in all these different feelings and this animosity, and it's just not worth it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's me and my peace and my sanity is not worth not forgiving somebody or not having, you feel me? Like, it's just not worth it. Like, but the other half of it, when I said like it's something that's serving you, and it's something that is meant for you, and it's something that is about to happen in your next season, and that you need to do in order for you to walk into your next season, is because everything happens for a reason, right? Sometimes going with your first mind and just saying F it and going for it and doing what you need to do, it'll get you to way more places than being cautious and being scared and holding yourself back. Because once you get to that point, like, F it, I'm just gonna do it, like, F it, it is what it is, at least I tried. Like, once you get to that at least I tried mindset, you're not boxing yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're letting yourself have free reign, and you tried and it didn't work out. And genuinely, that's all I ask for the people in my life. Try, and if it doesn't work out, then at least you could say you tried. But people can't call you something, and you can't let what people say about you affect you if you at least tried and if you at least gave it your all. You know what I'm saying? So like those thoughts that are constantly on your mind could be the pathway to something great. Could be the pathway to where you're meant to be in life. Could be the pathway to your next big thing. Could be the pathway to your soulmate. Could be the pathway to your family. Could be the pathway to your dreams. Could be the pathway to that new car, that new apartment, that new place. If that thought in your head is constantly telling you quit your job, quit your job, quit your job, and you know that job is stressing you out and making you feel some type of way, and you not eating and you losing weight, or you gaining weight and you depressed, and you say quit that job. Same with that boy or that girl. Leave them where they at. Because once you realize like, hey, this might actually be something good for me, and I'm probably gonna do better without this thing or with this thing. Because sometimes it's telling you to get something or to give somebody a chance. So once you realize like, hey, I might be a better version of myself with this thing or without this thing or person or whatever, you will flourish in whatever you do and whatever you put your mind to. Right hand Bible, right hand of Bible. Like, y'all, I really just had to, like, mind you, I was just chilling in bed. I was just 20 minutes ago, I was just chilling in bed, and I got up to make this video because this was on my mind. Like, saying, and I'm about to use this as an example, T-Talks. I keep saying and reiterating, I came up with T-Talks idea 2 years ago. I could literally call one of my friends right now and ask her, how long ago have I came up with the idea of T-Talks and just talking to the camera and like doing this as like a video idea? And she was like, it was a while ago, like some years ago. And for some reason, these past few weeks, it's just been on my mind. And I've been doing it. And since I've been doing it, I've been becoming a better person. Since I've been doing it, I've been becoming a better person. I'm becoming a way more knowledgeable person. I've been at peace with not only myself, but with life. Like, everything around me is just, like, literally today, I just sat outside. Same thing last night. Like, last night, I just sat outside chilling with my friend Demaya. And we was literally just, like, enjoying the sky and enjoying the night and enjoying what was around us and being grateful for where we were. Same with today. Like, today just felt beautiful. And we literally sat outside for like an hour and was just chilling and talking and just at peace with life. Like, sometimes those thoughts and those things are the pathway to you not only healing, but to you doing something bigger, to you doing something better, to you doing something that's bigger than the program. You know how people be like, oh, she thought she was bigger than the program? It's because sometimes you are. Sometimes you are. Sometimes you are bigger than the program. Because there's a biggest purpose to your life and over what you're doing than what you think and than what everybody else around you think. And nobody knows it. So when they say you're doing too much or you're bigger than a program, it's just because they don't know how to handle that. In most cases, oh, she thought she was bigger than the program, she had to go. Or he thought he was bigger than the program, he had to go. Now, sometimes people are big-headed and prideful and egotistical, and they do think that they're bigger than the actual program. I'm gonna be honest. But in a lot of the cases, in 70% of the case, it's because you are bigger than the program, and it's because you are destined for greatness, and you were not meant to be in those spaces. You were not meant to be around those people. You were not meant to have that job. You were not meant to have that car. You were not meant to be in that house. You were not meant to date that person. You were not meant to be with that person sexually. Like, things happen for a reason, and a lot of people don't realize that, and then they want to get sad and depressed and be like, oh, why this? Oh, why that? Because you allowed that person to come into your life. You had the red flags. You felt the red flags. You saw the red flags, and yet you still allowed that person to come into your life. Yet you still let that person play in your face yet you still let that job do you how they did you. Which that's something I'm struggling with right now. Like my job, I genuinely feel like I'm bigger than that job. But at the same time, y'all, it's my first job. So I'm trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. And I'm trying to learn. And I'm trying to give it some time. Especially because I'm only going to be working there for 5 more weeks. And then summer's going to come around. And then boom, if I'm just not feeling it when school starts back, or like this social media stuff take off, like I'm not going back to that job. Genuinely speaking, I'm not. Because I feel in my heart that I'm bigger than that. I feel in my heart that that job isn't meant for me. It's only temporary. And I literally told my advisor that today. I told her it's something that's temporary and I'm looking for a better job. I'm looking for something that's better for me. So sometimes when you have those thoughts, it can mean one or two things. That thing or that person no longer serves you, or that thing or that person is meant to be in your life somehow, some way, some shape or form. Sometimes things happen when we're in our worst, I'm talking worst, like bad times. And you'll be looking like, why is this person loving me the way that they're loving me? And I'm just going through it and I can't get them what they need and I can't do this and I can't, because they're meant to be there. They're meant to be in your life. It's meant to happen. You be like, why do I have this car and I don't even have the money to pay for it? And I don't, like, how did I get this car? Like, I don't even have the money to pay for it. I barely had a place to stay. Like, how? You were meant to have that car. How did I end up with a kid? Like, I could barely take care of myself and now I gotta take care of a kid. Like, that kid was meant to humble you. That child was meant to show you unconditional love. That child was meant to give you personal growth. Once you stop looking at everything in a negative way and start looking at it in a more positive light and think like, oh, okay, maybe this person had to treat me this way so I could pack my ish and go and move on to bigger and better things and live life in a more beautiful light. And maybe that happened so I could get this job, so I could get this car. Maybe they weren't meant to come into this new phase of life with me. Maybe they weren't meant to be in this season of life with me. Maybe they weren't meant to grow with me. I couldn't have done this while I was working at this job. So now I understand. What that meme say, I understand it now. I'm following the program. You getting with the program. So listen to me when I tell you. Listen to those feelings in your heart. And listen to those over exaggerating, looming thoughts. If it is a thought that will not go away, listen to it. If it is something that is literally just nitpicking at your brain and at your heart, listen to it. If it's irking you so bad to the point where you could just feel it in your entire body that you need to do it, or you need to say it, or you need to, you get what I'm saying? Listen to it. Listen to that thought. Because 9 times out of 10 it's your discernment. 9 times out of 10 is God. 9 times out of 10. I notice I ain't say 10 times out of 10. I ain't say 8 times out of 10. I said 9 times out of 10, meaning 90% of the time. And you got that 10% where it's your flesh and it's some evil trying to stop you. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing the right thing. Especially if you're going crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, just, y'all, if you get those thoughts, just listen to it. Since getting the closure I needed from that person, and genuinely moving on with life and no longer even thinking about that person, I have not only had a better attitude, I've had a better mindset on life. I've had a better outlook on life. Everything around me just is okay, even though it's not. Like, y'all, I'm slick stressing, but like, it's okay. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm slick stressing, but I'm not. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm just happy. Like, and there's no reason at all. I'm just happy. Like, I had to go through certain things and leave certain people in the past to get to where I am. It wasn't until I sent that message to that person that I secured my job 100%. Once I sent that message to that person, I 100% secured my job. I literally started working that week. Once I sent that message, everything in life just started to fall into place. I started noticing like people no longer serve me, certain relationships no longer serve me. Certain people just started to throw me off, and I started to see straight through certain people. So listen to those thoughts, because sometimes that's your gut, that's your discernment, and it's God telling you something no longer serves you, or something is coming for you, and you can't take this with you. You gotta release something in order to gain something. You feel me? You can't have that car in that one car garage if you keep your old car. You can't have that brand new car in your one car garage if you keep that old car. And if you keep it outside, what's gonna happen? Somebody might try to steal it. Somebody might run into the back of it. It's just unprotected. You get what I'm saying? You can't take your new heart, your new shell, while you still trying to hold on to that old heart and that old shell. You can't. It's impossible. You can't carry that new backpack if you're still trying to carry that old backpack. It's impossible. You can't do that. You can't. If you get a new prescription for your glasses, you can't see out of your old ones. You probably can see, but not that good. You get what I'm saying? Say for instance, there's some glasses you had for 3 years. You get some new glasses. You can't see as good in them old glasses as you can in them new glasses with your braces. You can't change your new bracket if you keep your old bracket on there. Are y'all catching what I'm putting down? Because I'm really putting it down. Really trying to break it down. You can't buy no new clothes if you don't have space for them in your closet. You can't love somebody new if you don't have space for them in your heart. It's that simple. It's that easy. You get what I'm saying? Like, when I tell y'all, like, it almost brings me to tears to see how much I've changed in just a month, almost 2 months. And it wasn't even, it was a drastic change, but at the same time it wasn't, because this person was always in me. She was just slowly evolving. She was just slowly coming to light. This person that was always happy, this person that was confident within herself, this person that didn't really care what she said or what other people had to say about her, because she always had the truest intentions, the purest of heart. And I'm far from a perfect person. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect person. I'm far from a perfect person. And I'm bettering myself every day. But it's because I listen to that intuition, and I listen to that discernment, and I listen to God, and I listen to that gut feeling that all these beautiful things happening in my life are happening because I'm allowing them. I let go of a lot of the stuff that I was carrying and allowed these good things to happen in my life, and allowed this new mindset, and allowed this new heart, and allowed this newfound peace. Things can't happen until you allow them to happen. I don't know if y'all noticed, but lately it's been a theme with these tea talks. It's been a theme with these tea talks. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this tea talk right here. I'm gonna end it right here. But I hope y'all were listening to what I was saying. Genuinely. So, the verse of the day is John 5:24. Okay? John chapter 5, verse 24. Okay. Very truly I tell you, whoever hears my word and believes him who sent me has eternal life and will not be judged, but has crossed over from death to life. I'm going to let that sink in. And I will see y'all for the next tea talk. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. It's your girl Tina Lachey, aka That Brat's Tea. I genuinely don't know when the next actual YouTube video will be up, just cause like I haven't really been editing for real. I've been doing like other creative things on top of the tea talks, and then his finals and everything is coming up too. And I had an appointment with my advisor today, y'all. Your girl is graduating. 2 more semesters, barely that. I'm literally gonna have 1 class my last semester, and then I'm taking 1 class over the summer this semester. So your girl is graduating in spring of 2027. Finally, the day has come. So yeah, we'll see how to and another thing is like I'm grateful for these videos, just because like I want to see the growth in myself and like in my faith too, because some of these conversations are faith-based conversations. So it's like I want to see the growth in myself within my faith, but also just like in general, and like with my channel, and how much more mature my mindset becomes and my emotional and mental state becomes. So this is it's a fun journey, because I it's kind of like I'm tracking myself. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, turn your post notifications if you want to get notified every time I post a video, whether it's a tea talk or something else. I appreciate y'all. Happy birthday. Shout out to my mom. It's my mom's birthday today. I appreciate her and I love her. My uncle's birthday was yesterday. Happy late birthday to him. May he rest in peace. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for your time, and I hope y'all are really listening to me, and I hope y'all are really like letting the things that I say sink in. I feel like this is for sure. Where are these gnats coming from? I feel like this is for sure for a certain audience. So yeah, man. Peace out.